I petitioned for my daughter and my wife back in October 2017
Where
in California Service Center.
Okay, where are you originally from, Johannes?
You say what again?
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Ethiopia.
Oh my God, Jonathan just whispered you're from Ethiopia. Very good. And Johannes, your family is in Ethiopia right now?
Yes, they are in Ethiopia.
Okay, and you're a permanent resident or a citizen?
I was a permanent resident back when I applied, but I am a citizen now in January 2019.
And did you notify immigration that you're now a citizen on the I-130s?
Yes, I did.
And did you file separate I-130s for both your spouse and your children?
Yes.
Okay. And where are we at now with these I-130s?
So, like after 24 months, last week I get a notification that it's pending interview. But in the meantime,
pending. You went through the National Visa Center. You did the affidavits of support and everything.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So now the case got transferred to Ethiopia, and you're waiting on the interview. And that notification came when?
Last week.
Last week. Okay. So what's the question?
My question is, in the meantime, I have a newborn baby girl in February 2018.
Congratulations.
So I filed a separate I-130 for my new baby in February 2019.
You don't need to, because you were a citizen when that baby was born, right?
No, I was not.
You were not.
I became a citizen in 2019, yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, so you filed a separate I-130 for that baby, and what's going on with the baby? What's going on with that I-130?
Yeah, so now my question is, how can I inform the USCIS to consider my baby girl along with my wife?
You're not going to be able to. We got to get that I-130 approved. When did you file? In January 2019?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a little early to do a mandamus till January of next year. Unfortunately, either your family's going to come and your wife's going to have to return to take care of the baby pending that baby's interview, or we're going to have to wait till January, file a mandamus, and kind of speed up the baby's process. But unfortunately, because the baby was born in the middle and we still have an I-130 pending, you got to wait a little bit. Unfortunately, you don't have the the answer to that right now. Wait till January, file a mandamus if you haven't gotten approved, and push the case along. But maybe your wife and family may be delayed a little bit because we got to catch that baby up on the rest of the applications.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brad.
Okay.
My wife has a green card for almost 10 years, since April 2010. Mm-hmm. And 3 kids and myself, we are U.S. citizens. I want to find out about the public charge for my wife because she had Medicaid last year due to pregnancy.
Yeah, but that has nothing. She already has a green card for 9 years, so it has no effect on her whatsoever.
Okay, and the second question is, I applied for her citizenship in 2015 after waiting 3 years. I got an answer, and there was an interview date, but there was a severe miscarriage, and she couldn't go, and I went to submit the paperwork from the gynecologist. So I guess I need to file again.
It was denied?
No, it was closed because she didn't appear, and I submitted the paperwork from the...
When you say closed, are they willing? Is it closed, or was the case denied? Those are two different words.
No, it was not denied. It was closed because I submitted the paperwork from the doctor's office.
So then I wouldn't refile again. I would threaten to file. I would threaten a mandamus for an interview or do a de novo review. One or the other. Just do something. Yeah, because when it's closed...
I am not a lawyer, so I want your help, I think.
Okay, so yes. I don't think you should have to refile again. We should just have to get the case rescheduled. I think threatening a mandamus would do the trick really fast. So hold on 1 second, all right?
I wanted to ask you, long back in 2016, I was married before. I applied for my asylum, and my asylum took pretty much 6 years. So when I got married, my wife ended up being a spouse, applying for my petition.
Right.
But then in 2016, things got out of hand, and then we ended up divorcing.
Okay.
So right now, I've got, instead of my wife petitioning for me, I ended up going to the immigration court, and then they didn't give me the asylum. They gave me a withholding of removal.
Okay.
So right now, I met another lady, and we are actually getting married on Friday, on Saturday.
Okay. You're divorced from your first wife, I assume, right?
Oh, yes. I'm divorced. So, everything is all set.
So then this is the process of what you would have to do. You would have to file an I-130 first. Nothing else. File an I-130, and you have to request something called a bona fide marriage exemption, because the presumption is, because you've already been through the deportation process, the presumption is that you got married just to get a green card. So you're gonna file an I-130 only. You're gonna go be prepared for the Stokes interview on the first interview. They're gonna separate you into 2 different rooms. You pass the Stokes interview, just like kind of like the ratified marriage that we do on the streets. Once you get the I-130 approved, then you can go to the judge where you had the withholding of removal and ask for a motion to reopen your case. Reopen your removal hearing, show up to court, say, here's my I-130. The judge hopefully will terminate your removal and then allow you to file an adjustment. That would be the process.
Okay.
All right, and we can help you if you need help. So hold on one second, all right? It's not going to be you don't have a lawyer and you just file an adjustment, because what will happen is your adjustment will be denied. So hold on one second, all right?
I'm getting food stamps for my daughter, but I would like to take my husband up from Jamaica. Will that affect him?
Well, food stamps for your children under 18 will not affect him, but obviously the affidavit support laws have changed, but that's not going to be an automatic denial. There are exceptions, which are government assistance for U.S. citizen children under 18 and for pregnant moms. So you'll still be able to file for him, assuming he's an able-bodied man and can find a job here and everything else. I mean, the rules have changed a little bit, but that in of itself, when you say, is that going to bar me from applying for my husband? The answer is no.
Okay, but I'm a green card holder, and I'm actually getting married in November to bring him over here.
Okay, fine. So it'll be a year or 2 years before he gets here. Go down to where he's in Jamaica?
Yes, he's in Jamaica. He's a doctor over there.
All right, so you're going to go to Jamaica. You're going to marry him. You're going to file a visa petition. Do not worry about what the rules will be. He's not coming here for at least 18 to 24 months. Who even knows if Donald Trump's going to be the president 18 to 24 months from now? Who knows what's going to happen in the election? Do not worry about the affidavit support rules right now. And as a matter of fact, as I told you, children under 18 who are U.S. citizens and pregnant moms, they're exempt from being barred from filing for people.
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed night.
Okay.
I'm calling for my cousin.
Yes.
Okay, his wife had filed for her kids back in Jamaica, and the 2 eldest one went on an interview on September 9th. Anyway, they requested the dad to prove that he's maintaining the kids. Mm-hmm. Now, he has pictures of them, but he's not a picture person, so he's have few little pictures with both of them together, with him with the kids.
But he has a few, I assume. When you're a dad, let me explain something to you. When you're a dad filing for your children and you were never married, obviously this dad was never married to the mother. And when you were never married to the mother, they discriminate against dads who were never married to the mother. Whether you're black, white, Asian, doesn't matter. All dads across the board are discriminated against who are not married to the mother. And the discrimination is this. It's a discrimination in the law. You got to accept it. And what they say is not only do you have to prove you're the biological father, which I'm sure he did, you also have to prove that you had a relationship with your child between birth and 18. So that relationship could be, here we are palling around in our pictures, my arm around my son or my daughter. Here's proof that I sent money, whether it was to, you're not sending money directly to a child, you would send it to another adult, and then you need proof of that, and then the adult would have to sign an affidavit saying that money was for this child. Here's proof that I'm on their school records. Here's proof that there was a baptism and I was there and I'm listed as the father. Here's affidavits from friends and family to say I was a good dad. There's all different ways other than just a photograph to show that you had a relationship with your child.
Okay, he has proof from the school where he got a letter from the principal stating that he was in this kid's life and stuff like that. He sent for a transcript of the Western Union from Western Union, but he haven't got it yet.
Right.
But he was wondering if he could send in what he has.
I would send it all at one time. It's much better, much stronger.
So you think he should wait on the Western Union transcript?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And then when the Western Union transcript comes in, it's not going to be a Western Union for a 6-year-old or an 8-year-old to go pick up the money. It was sent to somebody else on behalf of this child. So then you're going to need that person to sign an affidavit saying this money was sent to me for support for these children.
Oh, okay. Another thing, the smallest one went on the interview Monday, and they requested for a DNA testing and his wife's birth certificate.
Okay.
So he's wondering if it's because his name wasn't added on the birth paper at birth.
Correct.
So he's wondering it's
because of that.
The name was
It's absolutely
why they're giving him a hard time.
It is exactly
Oh,
because
okay.
of that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean the reality is this. Anybody who doesn't claim their child at birth, 4, 5, 6 years later, they can just come and say, "Oh, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'll get your kid. I'll just claim I'm the father. I'll add my name on, at age 5 or age 6." So anyone could do that. So it's only when you acknowledge the child contemporaneous with the birth that they don't ask for the DNA.
Yeah, but the thing is, the two eldest one, they didn't request any DNA. Just the smallest one is 7.
Then you got lucky on those. Okay, I don't have an answer to that. Okay, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
My father, he has green card. He put I-30 petition for my brother and back home India back in 2017. So now it's October 2019. The I-30 petition is still pending, and my brother going to be 21 this April. And the USCIS said that their processing time is 24 months. We created so many service tickets and sent letter from the congressman, but we are not getting anything. So my concern is once he turned 21, they will change his category. So can we do anything in this time period?
Tell me again when you filed for him.
2017 October.
And you are a permanent resident. The father.
Yes, my dad.
Your dad, and this is your brother, and your dad's not a citizen yet.
No.
Unfortunately, he's going to end up in the F2B category. There's nothing you can do about it then, to be honest.
We cannot put the amendments like you're talking about with the other people.
Yes. Well, obviously you can file a mandamus. I thought he already turned 21. When does he turn 21?
Once he turns 21, but before that...
When will he be 21? How long from now? I thought he was over 21 already. So maybe I misunderstood.
No, he's going to be within 4 months, 4 to 5 months.
Well, yeah, you can file a mandamus now, but it's still... I wish you called me a few months ago, but hold on 1 second. We would have to file a mandamus like next week. Okay, get the I-130 approved, and then expedite him at the National Visa Center. I mean, it'll be what's called like a yeoman's job, big heavy lifting, but maybe we can do it. Okay, you're right there at the cusp. The answer is yes, you can file a mandamus because they've been delaying him for over 2.5 years on a case there where the priority dates have been current for over a year.
Okay, but
I thought you had told me already that he was over 21, so I apologize.
No, but their processing time is 24 months, so he did not...
Who cares what the processing time is? Priority dates are current.
Okay.
So, I mean, the government could say, our processing time is 5 years. Even though a green card was available to him 5 years ago, we're still going to take our time, and we're going to wait 5 years to process his green card, or 24 months to process his green card. A visa delayed is a visa denied. They're doing it on purpose. That's why you file a mandamus. But you're really running out of time, literally, because you have 5 months to get everything done. All right?
Okay. And my second question is, my mom, she has green card the past 5 years, but her residency is less than 30 months. Can she apply for citizenship?
She has a green card. No, you have to be a resident for at least... How did she get her green card?
And she has green card past 5 years.
Right.
But most of the time she's living in back home. She's here only 3 months.
No, she cannot become a citizen. You have to be in the United States for 30 out of 60 months. No trip more than 6 months. She probably doesn't have the residence requirements.
Okay, and what about the English? She's over 65. She has to learn the...
Well, it doesn't matter. She doesn't qualify for citizenship anyway, so why even discussing English? She can't become a citizen yet. When she's eligible for a citizen, then we can talk about English.
Okay. And my last question
you've answered like 75 questions already.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. All right.
My wife is scheduled for an N51 interview. She'd been married, but then divorced her previous husband, and then I married her when she had the pending 751. So now they've scheduled coming for the remove of condition, but she's married to me now.
Right.
So is the interview going to be me to prove with her or her previous?
No, the interview is all about, was she in a bona fide marriage with her prior husband and now she's divorced from him. So as long as she can prove she was in a bona fide marriage with the prior husband, she's now divorced. It was a good marriage back in the day. It's not a good marriage now. I'm married to someone else. That's fine. She still has to prove the bona fides of the first marriage, and she's divorced. If she does that, she gets her permanent green card. If she fails at that, she has two choices. One, she can file a new I-751 if there's some other category she can do it on, or you can file a new adjustment for her. But you can't do anything for her until this I-751 is determined.
Yeah, because the original 751 was denied because they said, she was still under, it was still pending when I married her.
Okay.
Or when I filed for her. And then they said there was a closet administratively.
The answer is, if she has to finish this I-751, if she can prove she's divorced and it was a bona fide marriage to the first husband, she's done. If she can't, she'll be denied, and then we have options on what to do. But it has nothing to do with you at the moment.
Okay, so basically just going for the interview. But, how does she prove, she hasn't been with that person for 10 years. Her 751 has been pending for the last almost 7
years ago, I lived with the man. Here's my evidence. Here's pictures, or here's our wedding album. Here's some financial documents. I don't, you got to prove, you got to, save it stuff.
What I meant is her divorce has been longer than, she's been divorced longer than she was married.
Okay, it doesn't matter. When she got her green card, whether it was 2010, 2012, or 1943, whenever she got her green card, for those 2 years, from 1943 to 1945, from 2001 to 2003, from 2010 to 2012, for some period of time in that 2-year period, was it a real marriage? Here's the proof.
Okay.
That's what the interview is.
All
right?
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
No.
All right.
So we guys have filed our I-485 through employment-based, EB-1. We've gone through an interview in April this year.
The EB-1 is based on extraordinary ability or as an intra-company transferee?
Intercompany transfer.
Okay. And you're currently on an L1 visa now?
Yes.
Did you start your own company or you're working for somebody else?
No, I'm working for a company.
Okay. You came in on an L visa as an executive or manager, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. So what is your question?
So we guys went through an interview. My wife had a petty theft, which was dismissed through diversion. This is
your wife. You know what? You're talking like you're underwater. Your wife. What happened with your wife?
So my wife had a petty theft back in 2012.
Okay.
Which was dismissed through diversion program.
Okay.
They did talk about it during interview and said it's fine. There should not be a problem.
I agree. It is not a problem. I agree.
Okay. Perfect. And it's been 6 months, and now the EB-1 dates have gone back. So my question is, obviously, it's gone back to 2015. This is for India.
There's nothing at this point you can do because the dates retrogressed. Once the dates reach again, and they reach to your priority date, and 120 days goes and comes, and there's still no answer from immigration, you got to give them 120 days from when your date is reached again, then you can file a mandamus. But you can't do it now because you're not eligible.
Okay. And then can I change the location at this stage since it's going to take some more time for my date to become correct?
You can change the location. It has to do with that you're from India. So whether you're from India and live in California or you're from India and live in New York, your priority date's the same. If you're going to move to New York or move somewhere else, then yeah, you can change your address, but it's not going to make your wait for a green card any faster.
But that doesn't delay anything, right? If the files have to move, because currently they transferred our case back to NBC.
No, it's not going to matter at this point.
Okay. And then diversion program is not an issue, right? Since
no, because it's not. It's not a crime. B, it's not a crime. C, it happened 7-8 years ago. It's fine.
Yeah, it's around 2030,
yes,
and that happened in 2020.
Absolutely okay.
Okay, so I gotta wait for my dates to become current. Until then, I need to continue to be on an EAD and advanced payroll, right?
Correct.
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 Okay. All right. That sounds perfect. Seems like nothing can be done here. So
no, not until your prior date is reached again. Unfortunately.
Okay, and is there any prediction that you know or any insights to when these dates will move? Because
only the magic 8 ball really knows the answer. Okay, so I don't, because you want to know why. Okay, even if I knew, for example, okay, just think about it. Even if I knew, for example, so anyone who tells you the dates, it's all BS. Nobody knows for sure. And the reason is that, India only gets a certain amount of green cards in the EB1 category. And those green cards, okay, it's not just the applicant, but it's the applicant and the applicant's spouse and children all go towards those ceiling of numbers. You don't know how many people are in front of you, and even if you did know, you don't even know how many people are going to get approved. Let's say there's 100 people in front of you and they're only giving out 10 green cards, but all 100 people got denied before you, you're going to be eligible immediately. Who knows? You don't know how many approvals and denials, and you don't know how many spouses and children are coming along. So you have no idea.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Okay. That sounds perfect.
All right.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so I'm a spouse of a U.S. citizen, and we are a same-sex couple.
Okay.
So I had a pending asylum, right? So when I withdrew the asylum, I got a removal proceeding, and I had a master calendar hearing. I went to the court, and the judge said he gonna make the decision on the I-485. He just need the approval of I-130.
Right.
And it's been like 2.5 years. My I-130 is not approved.
Okay, so then it's time to file a mandamus. Okay, you and your spouse are in a bona fide marriage, and you went for an interview. They got to make a decision on this. We just had a client who had a pending removal, similar situation where I-130 was pending forever. We filed a mandamus. They got scheduled for another interview. That interview was done within 3 weeks of filing, went back before a judge, and resolved everything in like 8 weeks.
Yeah, because the judge, he gave us 5 months to get the approval of I-130.
Right. Yes.
So, and like 2 days ago, I called the USCIS.
You can call and speak to level 2, level 3, level 11, level 21, level 87.
They expedite it. I don't know what's expedite.
You know what? Okay, then they expedite it. All right, good luck. The only way for sure is you file a mandamus. Other than that, you're relying on somebody on a telephone that whether they expedite it or not. Yeah, hello, minute. Yeah, we're expediting it. Bye. You have no idea if they're going to do that or not. That's your life.
Okay. Another question: If we do the mandamus and if I get the approval of I-130, so what is the next step? What judge gonna do?
Go back to the judge and say, "Here's my I-130. I'm eligible for my green card." Unless you have a criminal record, unless you've lied to the government, he has to adjust your status.
Are you gonna make the decision right away?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Actually, I've been married U.S. citizen and for almost 5 years. And actually, because I've been going back and forth, so my lawyer advised me to first, because I was fighting for my kids to have the custom of my kids. So the lawyer said we cannot do the adjustment of statutes. I have to do a petition. So the petition has been approved for 3 years. And this year, January, we apply for an adjustment of status.
Okay. So.
And my question is, now I did my fingerprint and all that. I got a message from the website, and that was the 18th of September. They said, case is ready to be scheduled for an interview.
That doesn't mean anything. All it means is that your documents are in order to be scheduled for an interview. But that, people misunderstand that to mean because your case is ready to be interviewed, that any day you should expect an interview notice. What that really means is that we've seen all your documents and on a cursory review of all your documents, everything seems to be in order. We'll schedule an interview whenever we feel like it. That's basically what that's.
And so, okay, because it's been I did my fingerprint 2 months ago, and then still I haven't got my anything like a working permit and all that. So
1 year you haven't gotten a work permit?
No, it's not 1 year. It's actually it's January, but I got the information that the lawyers they didn't process the case.
When did you file your adjustment?
Adjustment, it's January, but
January?
I think the lawyers...
So then if it's January you filed your adjustment, and we're now October 1st, and you went through quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3, of 2019 and you still don't have a work permit in your hand, something was done wrong. Something was done wrong.
My fingerprint was, I did a fingerprint 2 months ago.
Something was done wrong. I don't know what.
I got the information, 1 second, I got the information that the lawyers didn't process the documents at the same time, or not January, they process it like April or May.
Then your lawyer did something wrong. I don't know what. All I can tell you is you just fingerprinted 2 months ago and your lawyer filed an adjustment in January. Something got screwed up.
No. I did the medical exams and all that in January. But then after
when did your lawyer or you or whoever's filing it
my lawyer.
When? What day?
She didn't tell me. The only time I got the receipt was in
What does the receipt
July.
say? Okay, so then your lawyer filed in July. So you've only been waiting 3 months for a work permit. That's your answer. You got to wait 6 months. Now, did your lawyer hold on to your paperwork for 6 months? I don't have the slightest idea.
I don't know. She said she was waiting. Okay.
I don't know.
I call and they wait for 3 months before.
Sure. You have a receipt notice that says July. That's when it was filed. You take 6 months for a work permit. That's your answer.
She lies.
Then she lied.
They lies because we pay all the money and there is nothing or the same thing they did.
Then
but
she lied.
I thank God now I know you because it's been like 1 week that I got you.
The only thing I can tell you is if you want, bring your paperwork into me. I will tell you honestly where you stand. But if it was filed in July, you're not going to get your work permit until January, February. And that's the reality.
So it means ready to schedule mine. That means nothing.
That means nothing. It just means that they reviewed your paperwork. Everything's in order. Your interview may happen tomorrow. It may happen in a year from now. It may happen in 3 years from now. I have no idea.
So do I need to take appointment with you and what? Because
I think at a bare minimum. Okay.
Because it's been almost 5 years we got married. My wife coming to German to visit me. I've been coming.
Something is wrong. You don't wait 5 years to get a green card, especially if you're married to a citizen.
No, I mean it's like we didn't process the 5 years. We didn't process. We married 5 years, but I was going back and forth.
David,
So we just did it.
David, I don't have an answer for you. I'm happy to help you. Let me see your paperwork, what this lawyer did, and I will tell you whether your lawyer is lying or not, and I'll tell you exactly where you stand and when you're going to get everything. So hold on 1 second.
All right.
I have a problem. I apply I-360 for almost 2017 May. Okay. Before his first my interview is denied, and some problem we are separate. She give me a time. We apply the VAWA case. I applied the VAWA case I-360, but it still is just like a processing. It didn't show me anything. Almost is May 30, 2017. I apply. Now is the case processing time says 23 months and 23.5. So it's 28 months, right?
Mohammed, this is the answer on VAWA. There is no more VAWA. It ended yesterday.
I applied 2017, sir.
I don't know what's going to happen. You're in a good position. If you filed a VAWA case in 2017, 2 years before the end of the law, and immigration didn't act on it, that sounds like a pretty good litigation if they're not going to complete your case. I don't know what they're going to do. We have to see what's going to happen. But you certainly should have really thought about doing something months ago, not after it ended. But at this point, let's see what happens.
But I have still primary phase case receipt already. So this October this expires. Every 6 months they send me.
Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the words that come out of my mouth.
Okay.
At the present time, VAWA doesn't exist. The law ended.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen with all of these cases, hundreds of thousands of people who filed VAWA cases that immigration didn't make decisions on. I don't know what immigration is going to do. If they're going to say, well, there's no more VAWA, too bad, well, then that's a visa delayed as a visa denied. That's a violation of your rights. Or are they going to complete the cases? So when I say a visa delayed is a visa denied, this is the most prime example of it. I don't know what immigration's going to do. I don't know if Congress is going to extend the law. As of now, VAWA, you couldn't file a VAWA case if you wanted to at this moment. Okay? So
I filed it already 2017.
I understand. And what I'm telling you is today it doesn't exist.
Okay.
So
almost 2 years. So I can sue them or no?
I don't know yet. Maybe you can. Before we start doing any litigation, I think we should let immigration make the first move. Maybe they will come back and they will say we're going to keep processing those cases that are pending. Maybe they'll automatically deny. I don't know what they're going to do yet. So it only ended 18 hours ago. We're not even 24 hours into VAWA's over, okay? Because it ended midnight of September 30th. I don't know what immigration is going to do. Let's hang on there for a few days. Let's see how it all, kind of rolls out, and then we'll figure what to do, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Hang in there. I promise you, when we see how immigration is going to handle it, we're going to figure out what to do for everybody, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.